Hiya, pals! Hi, pals, and welcome to the Disneyland Paris Show. Here's your hosts, Lucy, Chris, and Hugh. Gosh. And now, Disneyland Paris News.
What's in a name?
Let there be light.
Princess time.
Chris is back.
Ooh, I am.
Yay!
Bong.
Hey there, hi there, ho there, Disney pals, and welcome to another Disneyland Paris show. We have briefly got all three members of the 37 Disney Street residents here today because Chris... All four, because we've got Bonnie in the production nook. Chris is back from his Efteling / Disneyland Paris trip, ready to tell us all about it this week. And then next week, I will be away for 2 weeks because I'm working on a residential project, so I am not here.
Does that mean bro shows?
Yeah, I'll get the hot
2 weeks.
sauces in.
Oh, man.
There you go. So...
Get out your tartan shirts, guys.
Oh, my gosh.
Your plaid
So that means just enjoy the order and, you know...
Oh, what's happened there?
Control that you will get from today because it won't be lasting over the coming weeks. How are you, boys? How are you doing, Huey?
Good.
I'm coming to you.
That's all right.
We
Calm
saw
down.
Fantastic Four. We talked about it on the show last week, and then we just went and Ruddy saw it, didn't we?
Oh.
We did. We could maybe chat about that if we run out of things, but I don't think we're going to run out of things because you're going to gab. Hello, Chris. How are you?
I'm really well, thank you, yeah.
Are you recovered from being back?
Just about, yeah. I've had lots of downtimes, like feeling really sad. Downtimes when I left Disney, downtime when I had Disney Blues, downtime when I left Efteling, downtime when we got home. It's just been all kinds of downs recently. And then up because I'm here now with you guys.
You see, now, is this an argument against going on Disney holidays full stop because the Disney Blues is so cripplingly bad?
Better to have loved and lost than never loved at all.
When I got back from Disney World, I always get Disney Blues, but this time I was so incredibly down, like viscerally, terribly, physically depressed. That's fun, isn't it? Hi, guys. Enjoy this nice Disney show.
Do you know what the biggest part of the depression was, though? Laura said, well, we don't need to come for the next 3 years now, do we?
Well,
So we're looking at coming next year, potentially.
we've got annual passes so that we can be there for the... They might not let annual pass holders be there for opening week, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If they do, we're going to try and be there opening weekend, aren't we, for the whole shalabang. But we don't know when in the year it falls.
All right, you.
Yeah.
We don't know when in
Just moving
the...
my mic a little bit.
If you're not sure what I'm on about, guys, it's the opening of Disney Adventure World, or the renaming of Disney Adventure World, but then the opening of Adventure Bay, which is sometime in 2026. We don't know when, though, so we can't guarantee that we will be there for
Is it
opening
not called
weekend.
Adventure Bay anymore? Did they change it?
They haven't changed it.
Oh, okay.
It's really interesting, though, because when we mentioned this to the boys on holiday, the first thing they said was, does that mean the Paw Patrol are going to be there?
Yeah.
And I said, no, they're not, because they're not Disney.
That's the thing. It's not just a case of people going, well, that sounds like that. Kids are actually going to say, where's, I don't know, Chase? Is that one of them?
Yeah, Chase.
Where's Chase?
Yeah, Rubble.
Yeah.
Get rubble on the double.
Yeah. It's like when we went to Legoland, they had the Lego Friends. And where do they live, Bonnie? Heart Lake City?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what it's going to... And go to Heart Lake City and all the friends are dancing on a stage. That's what you think it's going to be like?
Well, especially when Paw Patrol is so huge with kids.
Yes.
And there are films and lots of TV specials and TV series translated into multiple languages. It seems like an absolute faux pas on the part of Disney.
I'm going to have to take your word for that because it just bypassed our house, did Paw Patrol.
Where's Heart Lake City?
Who knows?
What?
Were you saying...
Didn't David Bowie sing a song
No,
about
but
it?
were you saying there's a real one somewhere and people are going to get confused?
No,
No.
what she's saying is, it's like if it was called Heart Lake City.
Yeah.
They'd immediately associate it with
right,
Lego.
okay.
We turned the corner, we were in Heart Lake City and the friends were dancing and it was a whole
What's
thing.
most confusing about that is there'll be so many kids who asked for Lego Friends and got the TV series Friends, and I think even worse would be the people who want the Friends set
Friends
and they
set,
get like
Lego.
the cute little Friends, like the kiddie set.
They didn't
yeah.
even work very hard to like rename the Friends cafe set, did they? They just...
It's very strange that they went with Friends when Friends, the TV show, has been like...
But
established
Lego
for
Friends have been around
Netflix.
for ages. Lego Friends was entirely an attempt to give a female slant to Lego at the time, I think. Obviously, it's a little bit less relevant now in that sense because I think it's a little bit more unified anyway. But
Yes.
at the point when Lego Friends appeared, it was definitely cashing in on that Polly Pocket money.
Bonnie likes it. She's even thinking of getting a set, aren't you, for this summer?
Which one?
It's got pandas in it.
Pandas. Oh, you're obsessed with pandas.
We've
Nice.
got a lot of Lego Friends in our house. Anyway, we are kind of getting off things. What I was saying is that we're getting our annual passes for our October trip on the understanding that will mean we can go to Adventure Bay when it opens. Don't know if it'll be opening week for several reasons, but wouldn't that be nice? But Chris,
Yeah.
you can't not go to Adventure Bay for 2 years.
Well,
Control
the
your
thing
woman.
Is, it is possible that we won't. I mean, we didn't go for 3 years this time, so it is possible
That's
we won't
true.
go for another 3 years. However, Laura's sister is getting to a point where she wants to take my nephew, and if they go, it's very likely that we would go with them. And we have to also bear in mind that Lucas is getting older, so the chances for us to go and have holidays all together and do that kind of thing are definitely
Yes.
reducing. Now, on top of that, we've already decided that next year we think we're going to go on Eurocamp in northern France. So I'm kind of thinking we go to Normandy and we just go and do a smash and grab and at least do a day, if not an overnight in 2 days,
Heck
whilst
yeah.
we're on holiday. Laura
May
then
as
said
well.
yesterday, she said, well, maybe we do it on the way back. I know it's not on the way because we'll do a bit of we'd have to go south to go north again, but that we might go and have our holiday and then go and have a couple of days before we head home. So it's all up in the air at the moment.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Can I just tell you what's just happened? In the corner of my eye, walking past your window, were two ladies in dressing gowns.
That's how it is around here.
I mean, our window here at 37 Disney
That
Street.
sounds so... That sounds like
Disney.
we live in the worst place possible. Honestly, there'll be Marks and Spencer's dressing gowns. I promise. I promise. Something might have occurred on the chase.
It's a bit early to be in your dressing. Well, I suppose there'll be people watching now that are in their dressing gown, but like, I don't know.
Well,
Like to be walking on the street.
let's find out who's in the chat and let us know in the chat if you're in your dressing gown as you sit here watching.
Oh,
Bonnie?
Bonnie needs to press the button.
Bonnie's just on her iPad.
Who?
Who are they?
Enjoying yourself too much, Bonnie, right?
First in the chat today is D _. Hey gang, Dave here. Oh, so it's Dave really. Glad to be able to catch more lives these days. Good to have you along, Dave. Hope Chris has had the best time at DLP and
That's me.
Efteling. Would
Wow.
love to know what Efteling snacks and restaurants are like.
I'll be the
versus
judge of that.
Versus DLP.
Oh, I can talk about that
Yeah. Later?
if you like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, that will just, after the first comment, put like a 10-minute
Yeah. Yes.
speed bump.
Let's put a pin in that.
proceedings. And we have John here. Evening all. Welcome back, Chris. Excited to hear about your trip. Louise says, hey there, hi there, ho there. All the way from Central Plaza in Disneyland, waiting on a bench for the fireworks.
Ooh.
We had a great travel day yesterday, aided by your Tarzan Classics podcast at 2:30 a.m.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
What happened in that?
What did we say?
can't
I think I love it.
I
know.
did love it.
I think I loved
I
it.
don't remember anything specific about that.
No, me neither.
I think there's a strong likelihood that I will have waxed lyrical about that scene where they go into the clearing with the birds a lot because I enjoy that.
You definitely talked a lot about the trash in the camp.
I love trash in the camp.
I will have talked about how Lucy said Clayton a lot, and how
Clayton.
and how I loved how they treated and made it an almost a musical. You know when he first holds up that tiger
Oh.
and he goes ah! Like with the music though, and
Yeah.
it's sort of musical.
Yeah.
It's more musical than I just did it. It's really
Yeah.
nice, really nice.
It's amazing. And isn't there an Easter egg or an interesting tidbit that he lost his voice to do that yell?
Tidbit.
It's actually that guy from A Knight's Tale. What's his name?
It's Brian Blessed apparently
Oh, is it?
stepped in to do that because he wasn't quite able to do it. So Brian Blessed, who is in the film, he did that.
And he's vocally renowned at
is.
the end of the day, isn't he?
Doesn't sound like Brian Blessed,
There
but
you go.
apparently it is. And even Brian Blessed himself said it was him.
I miss doing those shows. I do miss doing those shows. Just saying.
Louise adds, if you'd like, I'll do a full trip report when I get home. Yes, please.
Yeah, always.
Preferably under 1,000 words, but do your best.
We can compare notes.
We like paragraphs.
Take anything. We've got Joey here. Hey everyone, can't wait to hear all about Chris' trip and to see the whole gang back together.
Here we are.
It truly makes my Sunday nights.
Aren't we a good-looking bunch?
Hey,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
trying to
Just
be-
look at us.
It truly makes my Sunday nights each week. Kiss, kiss, kiss. We got Bonnie in the chat under Lucy's name, so don't be confused. Followed by Jimmy, and both of them between them are waving two pink hands, which you could put together and high five.
Or do jazz hands.
Bonnie says, if I don't wave a pink hand, something's gone wrong.
Yeah, there you are.
MBG82 says, looking forward to hearing about Efteling. I only hear good things about it, and we're thinking of going.
Oh, I'll have to think if I can tell you a bad thing about it.
But would it not just make me wish I was in Disney?
Good question.
Apparently not.
I'll be the judge of that as well.
Got Andrew H. Evening all. I'm just about to pour myself a glass of Prosecco.
Oh,
and
yes.
watch the show. Ooh, fancy.
Nice.
We've got Lisa in the chat here.
In your dressing gown.
And Cheryl just setting off from dropping my mum off. So listening while driving.
Ah.
Didn't want to miss the Chris trip report. Any pictures to add to the Facebook group too? Would be amazing, Chris.
I do have some pictures. Yeah, I'll have a bit of a sort out with that. I'll
Chris-
explain that stuff when I start talking. How's that?
Chris shared a brilliant ride photo on Pirates. Brilliant. You need to share that. We've got Julia and Emily. Emily says, so glad I made the live. I'm currently packing for our first Disney cruise on Tuesday. And then the emojis are like, you know that smiley that's like going "Bleh," with the tongue out, like sideways.
Oh yeah, I'll do it.
What?
I'm doing the emoji for the
Oh, do you know
viewers.
what? I was watching my phone screen thinking it was the live screen. I could see it now, and you just weren't pulling a face at all. She also shares clapping hands, champagne, the what do you call this one?
The
It's like praise.
two
Yeah,
hands
praise,
up,
yeah.
whoop whoop.
And what's that? That's like there's one that's like it's like a streamer, but looks like a bell that's been cracked open.
I think maybe it's not important.
And then two beers clinking together.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson says, 37 Disney Street people, my people, we should be family, really.
Oh,
Gavin says...
Ohana means family.
Hannah means family. Gavin says, hey, Disney people, looking forward to hearing Chris's DLP trip.
Is this one better?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like, other people in that picture, like, that's the one they've got is you pulling that silly face.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like, who's this guy?
Sorry, I'm going to post these. I will put them on the Facebook page in a minute.
Andrew's excited that bro shows are back. Sorry, Lucy, no offence. Oops, sorry.
fine.
And we
I'll
also
get over
got
it.
Jen, who's excited to hear about Chris's trip, and Wits Wanderlust. Hello, Whitney. Welcome to the show again. And Julia, looking forward to hearing Chris's own trip report and how he found DCR. And MBG82 says, will Chris's photos go up before Hugh's vlogs from Walt Disney World? I have started it. I've started my vlog,
Burn.
but the thing is, the program I'm using, Power Director, I've said it before, on a tablet, it's so slow. I can do about 5 minutes a time, so it takes me about 4 evenings to edit them, and it's going to be about 3 20-minute episodes. I'm going to do a bit more tonight, hopefully. So hopefully end of next week. Although I've got a very busy week next week. Probably in a couple of weeks, I'll get one out.
It's all good. It's all good. Keep
Right.
your eye on the sky, guys.
That was it.
Right, let's have a little look at a bit of news, shall we?
Let's have a little look at a little bit of news.
So,
Is that your Uncle Albert?
I don't know.
Princess time. This is nice and quick because I only know one thing about this. Princess Week, World Princess Week, will return to Disneyland Paris from August the 23rd to August the 31st, 2025. Very bold inventing a World Princess Week and very convenient
Don
for
those tiaras.
Disney parks. I don't have any specifics about this. However, going from previous years, they tend to have increased meet and greet opportunities, princess-themed magic shots.
We should get 3 tiaras for this.
For that week?
For that week. Okay.
Is that when you're back?
Yeah.
I'll borrow Laura's tiara from when we got married.
That's one. Have you got a tiara, Bonnie?
I don't think so.
In your costume?
Should we just wear fascinators
Yes, she
instead?
does. She's got a
I think
tiara.
you do. That's 2. That's 2 down, 1 to go. Right,
Yeah,
okay, cool.
we're fine. We're good. They usually have rare princess meets such as Mulan and Pocahontas who don't
Harry
come out
Belly
very
Button,
often.
Ariel.
Harry Berry Button, Ariel. You'd like what's the name from Black Cauldron?
Oh, Elonwy.
Alonwyn. You're never gonna get her, but
That'd
you'd
be
like
amazing.
her.
Nala.
Nala.
She's a Disney princess.
Interesting.
As
She
is
is.
the glitch.
Oh yeah,
Princess
Penelope.
Penelope, yeah.
Sweetums or something.
Pit Stop.
Sweetums. Von
Von Schweetz. That's it.
and also Maid Marian, I would say, is a princess as well.
Very good.
Disney princess.
And they do have
my
that-
kind of Disney princess.
They do have Maid Marian. I've seen her kicking around in
Yeah.
the past, Run Disney and so on. And then they might have a bit of a princess cavalcade. I'm just guessing what people can get. I would put money on the fact that you could get a collectible card if you asked a cast member.
I would imagine that's true.
And they have like magic shots and stuff like that. It's a mini season. It's not a fully advertised big thing. It doesn't have shows. It doesn't necessarily have merch. But it's a nice little bonus if you're there that week and you have somebody who is a princess fan
Oh,
in
nice.
your group.
That's really good. Does the music festival thing finish by then, or is it shelved for a week?
No,
or
it just doubles up.
continues on.
It just
Okay.
doubles up. It's
Okay.
It's a very small, like glossy overlay.
Okay.
But you know what, boys?
What, girl?
Thirsty in it.
It's showtime! All together! Your tiki 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 cup in your tiki 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 cup. Well, you made yourself a beverage, or drink it up from your tiki 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 cup.
We're all drinking kinds of juice and things, but
We are.
we realised we've got this Hotel Chocolat stuff in the fridge, and it's pretty much gone off. So it's like consumed within 6 months. It's like 7 months. It should be alright. It's been in the fridge.
Cool.
This is what you tune in for, guys. Me drinking gone off liqueur.
I brought some things that I could go into, and I don't know how it'll work or not. But basically, when I was at Efteling, I bought some magic water. And we got these 2 little glasses. Now these are the boys', but I wanted to bring them to demonstrate them. But I'm very interested to see how well they work with that, because it might be a little bit too.
With a thick.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so my experience is pouring beer into it is better than water.
I don't know how much is left in it.
Yes, it's
Ooh.
not going to work, is it?
It's lit up red.
It's far too
I don't know
dark.
how much is in these, so I'm going to pour a bit out.
It's
The-
not going to illuminate the liquid.
These are
one's
great
blue.
though. And when I talk about Efteling later, I will talk about those glasses because they were a huge highlight. It looks grey, does that?
Yeah, this is. It's. Do you know what? It's very chocolatey and lumpy. But
It's lumpy
chocolate.
and grey.
It's the chocolate. It's chocolate because it's Hotel Chocolat.
So imagine if you will,
I'm holding that up for the camera. We're going to describe it
getting
to
yourself
people
a glass
at
of
home.
water in one of those. The boys basically they brought them out and they said there's a secret tap and you can go and fill it up as many times as you want. And the boys went hunting around the restaurant trying to find said tap. It's a nice little distraction. And there are in one of the rides, Symbolica, there are 3 different colours: red, blue, and green. So you can get red, blue, and a green one.
All these
Yeah.
things I've never heard of.
I know. Well, I'll tell you more about that later anyway. But
So this is a plastic, it's a bit bigger than a shot glass and it's got a light in the bottom that lights up when you put liquid in it. And I suppose if it's a less thick liquid, it would illuminate
yes,
it. Yeah.
beer's quite good because it's got a bit of thickness to it,
Bonnie, you're not allowed
but
this.
not as much.
case you
But
wondered.
not quite as clear as
It's nice.
water, not as thick as dark chocolate.
It's
like
very
this.
nice.
Well, that's very pleasant.
Isn't it? I believe I requested this for Christmas because one of my students got me it the year before, and then
you talked about how much you liked it, so I went and got some in Harrogate.
Well. It doesn't taste off either.
No, it doesn't. It's fine. It's only
What
like
were we doing again?
I don't know. I was drunk. I try to remember like this. Oh, do you know what? I'm trying to think. What does this taste like? I think it tastes like a chocolate Huel.
with a bit of an edge.
Just a slight kick to it.
More news.
News.
Quite appropriately for this, the next headline was "Let There Be Light." This is a small, I suppose it's a construction update, but I liked it, and I got this information from DLP Report. Always check them out on Twitter and other sources; they are very good. But you know, the arcades on either side have got like a glass strip, kind of a glass greenhouse strip down the roof, as if you can see outside, but you can't actually see outside. So it's just a glass strip. Well, I didn't realise, I don't remember if I ever knew this or saw this, that they used to have lights outside.
Seen this? Read about this?
Lights outside them so they could make it look like the outside.
Oh.
So these are now illuminated again. And it's DLP report said illuminated after many years. So I don't know how long ago it was since they were last illuminated.
Oh.
But they're now illuminated again and they look really good.
Isn't that pretty? In the Discovery Arcade and the Liberty Arcade.
Nice.
Yeah. So this is such a small bit of news, and it's a small bit of construction or, maintenance news, but I liked it.
I like the DLP report because they're there so often. They pick up on those little things that you might not even know, and then you go, oh, that's nice. I was holding this up because these are our Disneyland Paris glasses that I only use for creamy drinks. That's how specific I am.
Yeah. Those are our Bailey's glasses.
They
and
are.
when I said to Hugh, can you get the glasses we use for Bailey's out, he knew exactly which ones I meant.
When did we get these? Was it when we went in 2017?
It was first trip with Bonnie, not first trip with us.
So
Yeah.
and this is the thing that when you see something and you think about it the whole trip, it was just these glasses.
Yeah.
No, I had a thing like that.
If we're
This time,
Yeah.
just while I stay on this little bits of construction / maintenance news, that's just little, but I liked it.
we'll come on to that.
There's a really, and again, I got this off DLP report just while I was looking at the other picture, is there was like a decal of Edna Mode in the newly renovated Disney style store.
And guest.
But it was just 2D on the wall. And this week they have added kind of like vinyl plates to it to make it more 3D. And it's looking really, really cool. Huey, would you like to hold this up?
It would look cool in the house. In your house. On the...
Would look cool in your house.
On our feature staircase that we've never done anything with.
Yeah, and we're probably... Well, no, I'm not going to say we never will. Because I think we will, eventually. Right.
Hang on.
Hold your horses. Hold your horses.
Hang on, let me get it as a photo.
Your call is
There
important
you
to
go.
us. For those people listening,
He's coming.
Hugh is holding up the picture.
And it's behind is it behind the checkout? I am really excited for this Disney style shop because did you go in it, Chris?
Yes. Oh, did we go and start? Yes, we did. Yes. Yes.
Because I do a lot of clothes shopping at Disneyland Paris and Disney World.
Oh, hang on. No, we didn't. I went in the other one. I didn't go the style one. I'm lying.
Ah, okay.
That's the one I didn't go in.
Liked it, but it's mainly girls' clothes, so it doesn't surprise me that you didn't. But yeah, I'm very excited to go in there and have a look at that. Right. Do I do the third bit of news, or do we start? Have you noticed I've been batting away your trip details?
I know.
Yeah,
Do your news.
He keeps dropping in little hints.
I know,
That's
but I'm
what I want
thinking
to do. I think it's good.
If we
Little
go,
tidbits.
if we go down that particular path, we're never coming out
Do
of
the
the
news.
forest,
It's fine.
are we?
Well, then definitely do the news now.
It's like Beauty and the Beast. We'll end up chased by wolves. We'll never find our
If
way
we're quick,
back
we'll have a
again.
good 40 minutes to discuss it.
Exactly. So the last bit of news, because it is quite small. What is in a name? Disney has now officially registered the name and logo for Nordic Crowns Tavern.
Oh, I saw that.
Ooh, tavern.
Ooh.
Beer.
London pub, Nordics Tavern.
Which is to be in Arendelle / what are they calling it? World of Frozen. Is that what they're calling it?
Yeah.
I do apologise, guys, for being so incredibly forgetful when it comes to these
Yeah.
names.
World of Frozen.
So it appears that this was previously called the Two Crowns Tavern, but that name already existed. And so they have changed it
For a better
to
name.
Nordic Crowns Tavern. Yeah, it's a bit more descriptive, isn't it, Nordic Towns? I'm not going to show you guys the logo, but I will show these boys so that particularly the graphic designer to my left can give his opinions on it. You can do laypersons.
But not me.
Do you want to describe that, Huey, and talk?
It's boring. It is a graphic scroll rendered in black and white with a shield on top of it and a couple of flourishes either side of it, and it's bordering on fine.
It kind of looks like, you know, if you want a scroll, you go into clip art and you select one.
Yes.
It's clip arty.
That's what it looks like, and then you get you do the word art, so you can make your lettering curved.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it looks like.
I'm really hoping it's not AI in any way, because I think Disney, of all companies, that is like
No,
the
it's
birth
not.
of creativity.
AI would have done a better job than that.
It's monochrome, and thing is, for that style that is very traditional, heraldic. I'm using the right word there, aren't I? Heraldic.
It'll do.
Let's say yes.
Kind of thing. It's usually quite rich colours, and it's quite odd to see that in monochrome, I think. However, I think that's kind of going with the Frozen thing, because the background they've presented it on has got that effect like a frosted window. You know, when you get frost in a window and it looks like a fern.
Yeah.
So they've got that frost behind it. So I think it's quite deliberate that it's monochrome. But yeah, so it's just every little thing
That
gets
frosted
more
glass
exciting.
effect just makes me need a poo.
Poo.
Yeah,
I would have understood why poo?
because that's normally what's behind you when that's
In the
going
window,
on.
yeah.
in the
It's
window,
true,
in the
it's
bathroom
true.
window.
Yep. Very observant here. Well
Why?
done.
You okay.
I don't actually need a poo. I think, you know, this thing
You got
about...
timestamp for that bit.
Do you know that thing about people going...
What? No, not very
like
often.
people saying, oh, the sound of that makes me want to go to the toilet. And you think, first of all, I've heard that like 1,000 times. It's not funny or interesting. Stop saying it. And also, I don't believe it. I don't believe it makes people need to go to the toilet. I believe it works on some people. But as someone it doesn't make me need to pee trickling water. So I don't necessarily believe everybody that says it. Some of you I do, but not everyone.
No.
I think some people say it to be kind of quirky and interesting.
We've got 5 minutes to talk about
That
the
was
trip.
harsh, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was unnecessarily harsh of me, I think.
Zumba makes me want to wee. I used to teach Zumba, and the first 5 minutes of every Zumba class, I always wanted to wee because I was doing all the shaking like that.
I find
Too
that
much
drinking
info.
too many fluids make me want to wee.
Interesting. Hugh could not wee for 18 hours, you know, as we discovered on the plane back from Disney World.
By choice.
By choice. From leaving the hotel to getting back home, did not wee.
Well, I used to. So I went to university down in London, and whenever I came home, I came on the National Express.
National Express.
Yeah, and the toilets on the National Express are awful, and I used to be absolutely bursting, but I would, out of choice, not go to the toilet because I just thought, well, I go all night without weeing, so
Yeah.
why do I need to go now? It's absolutely fine. And once you forget about it, it doesn't matter, does it? You're fine.
No.
Just forget about it.
I'm lucky. Sometimes I will need a wee, and then I can't go for a wee, and then my body will just
Reabsorb it.
absorb it. Yeah, and the feeling of the need goes away for like several
This
hours.
is great. Chris.
Speaking of wee,
So many people need to hear Chris's report.
the toilets next to the town hall, City
Yeah.
Hall,
Oh, yes.
are absolutely appalling.
Oh, no. No.
They are. There's no theme to them. They're just like, it feels like you've walked into a school toilet.
think
Are
I've
they
ever
not
been.
like Victorian
No,
tiling?
and this is the crazy thing.
Hang on a minute.
The other side of the square, the toilets on the opposite side from City Hall, are lovely.
I don't
Did
think
you
I've-
go in staff toilets by mistake?
I don't think
No?
I've been in those toilets,
Cast.
but is it that thing where, you know how, see, Lucy's saying, no, come on, what are you talking about? Is this thing where, you know, sometimes, have you ever, like, not in a dodgy way, but, like, you've been in, like, your friend's pub, and they've said, oh, you can look in the ladies' toilets just to see what they're like, and there's, like, a mirror and a sofa, and
Yes.
this was a pub, our friend's
Potpourri.
pub, and I was like, what? Ours smells a wee, and there's nothing in there. And
Yeah.
you can have a chat, you can sit down. This is nice in here.
No, you
Having,
see-
having worked in
is it
pubs
like that?
where I've had to like police both male and female toilets, I can tell they are 10 points apart.
No, well, you see, I cross-referenced with Laura.
gonna ask you, yeah.
And she said that they were appalling as well. There's just no theme into them. It's really strange. Next time you're there, go and have a look just out of curiosity because it's really weird.
This is
It's
gonna
really, really strange. In fact, the toilets at the top of the car parks are better themed than the ones behind City Hall.
I know the ones you mean. This could be our third thing because when Chris and I are in DLP, we'll send each other a picture of the ceiling in Small World, a picture of the wall markings that goes down round a corner in Web Slingers that makes it look like there's going to be some downstairs, but there isn't. And this could be the third one. We'll go into those boring toilets and be like, "We're here, we're home."
We've made it. This might be my new one though. This is Agrabah.
I was going to
Agrabah
guess where
toilets.
it
Oh,
was.
sorry.
Oh, that could have been a competition
But I did think that's why I took it.
because we've got
Yeah.
some prizes from our trip and we still haven't decided on a competition to do.
But then we had a conversation about
haven't
ride
forgotten.
pictures, and I thought that might be a better. That
would be a good one.
Andrew
Here, look.
Heaver can confirm that the City Hall toilets are boring. I don't think I've ever used the City Hall toilets. I'll tell you for why. Because there's a nice convenience set kind of outside the AP holders thing. And so I tend to use those to get one in credit before I go in.
Yeah.
And then once I go in, if I'm unlikely to need it until I'm in at least Fantasyland.
We were walking out to go check into Davy Crockett Ranch, and Ollie needed the toilet, so we just thought, right, let's just pop in there then quickly because we spotted them. I didn't even know they were there because I thought, when I saw them, I thought, why are the toilets here when there are literally toilets across the other side of the bandstand, just there that are themed really nicely, really lovely toilets, but those ones. Awful.
I haven't been in either. There's like so many toilets. Like the one near Phantom Manor.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm on one of my videos saying, have they always been there?
Oh, yeah.
Great secret toilet.
Good secret toilet.
Yeah. Rarely used.
Discovery arcade toilets, really good.
For someone with a bowel condition, I don't
You ought to know where they are.
I don't actually go to the toilet a lot in public.
You really are making this trip report of mine a lot about yourself here, Hugh. Right. So what do you want to know? Because there's loads of different stuff here we could talk about. I can talk about Disney. We had 3 days there. I can talk about the travel because we stopped in Ashford and we also drove all the way to the Netherlands as well. I can talk about Efteling. I can talk about the Royal Pub. I can talk about the Lightspeed Lounge, and I'd like to talk about Lightspeed Lounge.
Yeah.
Gluten-free stuff.
The gluten-free stuff I can talk about a bit, but I think I'm going to do a vlog on that anyway, so I figure I'll hold back on a lot of that.
So
I'll give
this
you
all
information
could
if you want to know.
a few weeks. I'm going to write down some of those points, and then we can come back to them.
Good,
in the preceding
because
weeks.
we don't want to. You don't want to shoot your load. Do you know what I mean?
It's true, but there's also things I've brought with me to show, and there's also gifts I've brought with me to give as well. So they're the things I'd like to do today, so I don't have to keep bringing them back every week.
Do you want to? Should we start with that then? See how much chit chat that eats up, and then I shall start to interview you.
Okay. Well, the first thing I want to say is this. I'm going to go straight to Disney, actually. That's what I'm going to do. We can talk about travel at some point, but I'm going to go straight to Disney. My first experience of Disney this time, I genuinely thought in the morning, oh, is the magic gone?
Oh, no.
Am I done here? Is this it?
I get that once a trip.
We got into the parks for early magic hours, and the rides that were open were Big Thunder Mountain, fine. Hyperspace Mountain, fine, but I can't go on those with the boys. It can't be your first ride of the holidays because they're both things that the boys won't go on.
Well, the boys not go on Big Thunder Mountain.
Managed to get Ollie on, or that's another story.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Dumbo and Peter Pan. And by the time we got in, Peter Pan was already 80 minutes. So our first ride was Dumbo. And
no, but didn't that used to be Ollie's favourite? Because
absolutely.
Once joined
yes.
you.
So you're right. Ollie's favourite. Great. Want to go on Dumbo? Brilliant. We got to the front. I don't want to go up in the air. So I ended up in. I had the same ride that Laura had with Lucas when he was the same age, where he literally held the thing to the bottom the whole way around.
I love that.
I mean, I kind of love it as well, but I was a bit wound up by then. Then the
God,
and so I was kind of, well, what do we do now? Everything's not opening for the next 20 minutes, so we'll just wander about. We thought, let's go to Small World, because we didn't know what was open. Small World was shut. So we wandered back again, had a bit of a look and thought, what we're going to do. And then next thing we knew, Small World was open, so we went on Small World. Great, I'm really happy. Took my picture of the roof, sent it to Hugh. Mm-hmm. The problem was, and this was a problem for Small World the entirety of my trip, I'm getting the bad stuff out of the way here. The thing I love about Small World is how you seamlessly move from scene to scene, and it's absolutely beautifully synced, and it works really, really well. None of the transitions musically were synced properly.
Ooh.
And it was awful every time we went on it, and it jars.
A cacophony.
When it's wrong, it jars. It really jars. And some of it was down to volume, I think, of certain things being too loud or whatever. And when we went on the first time, I was like, I'm just not happy. I'm really not happy about this.
Chris.
So I spent probably the first hour and a half just thinking, no, maybe I'm just done with this. Maybe that's it.
Did the music start to echo a bit like when
Yeah.
when Lisa's had the water on the Duff Beer ride, and it all starts to echo, and the characters look a bit mean and scary.
Well, there wasn't any mean and scary, no. And by the end of the ride, it lifted a little bit.
Queen.
And the boys were really happy, and it was good. But I just thought, well, I'm sure it'll come back. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
So
and it never came back.
and that was it. Yeah, I just went and sat in my hotel room for the rest of the week. So Lucas was desperate to go on Star Tours, so we walked over to Star Tours. I said Tours then. To Star Tours.
Star Tours.
Over to Star Tours.
Civic.
And it was a walk-on. And we got straight on because it was a walk-on. And Ollie sat next to me, scared, witless, but changed the W for an S. And so he was really miserable the whole way through.
Sitless.
Laura, yeah, you know what I mean. Laura was sat next to Lucas, and Lucas was on absolute cloud 9. And he was shouting, he was going, yeah, come on C-3PO, yeah! Really properly going for it, yeah. Like embarrassing levels of going for it.
Go on, Lucas.
So we got off that, and it was 9:45, and we knew at 9:45 we had to be on the app trying to get the Stitch meet and greet.
Oh, yes.
And we didn't get it.
Oh,
so
no.
Ollie was so upset, but we did get Darth Vader. So that was good. So we got Darth Vader, and we said, we'll try again at 2:30, and it'll be absolutely fine. And so we went and met Darth Vader. That was brilliant. And Lucas was just absolutely flying. He was so excited and so happy, and it properly picked me up. So it ended up being great. And the second day, I think, was possibly my favourite ever day in Disney. And when I keep going back and over my notes and things and trying to understand why it was, but it was all so much to do with the atmosphere. It was to do with getting 20 minutes to go and walk around Frontierland on my own while they went and did stuff. No, but I don't get to do little bits of mooching around and stuff. It was. We weren't on a meal plan, so we were having snack food and stuff, Lucas and I, and it was just lots of really cool stuff. But the first thing that we did, this is day 2 now, I've jumped, I'm sorry I have jumped, but this is because I want to show things that I brought.
Okay.
We went into Videopolis to get a drink and a couple of snacks, and Laura and Ollie went to Boardwalk Candy Palace, sponsored by M&M's, because I think you have to give it its full title these days. Yeah. And to get some macarons. I had to hesitate a little bit there after your conversation last week. To get some macarons. And then we all met up for the parade. But while me and Lucas were at Videopolis, I spotted a sip cup that was Stitch, and I thought, oh, Ollie would absolutely love that. And I showed him it, and he was really kind of subdued about it. He liked it, but he didn't say anything. And so I just thought, I'm going to go get him it, so I did. So that's what I wanted to show you. First off, is this absolutely ridiculous thing.
Oh my!
Oh wow!
Is that a popcorn bucket?
It's a sip cup.
Whoa.
That's ace.
You can have your week's drink in there.
It doesn't hold as much drink as you think.
Okay.
Right, let's
Screw
have
its
a
head
look
off and have a
in.
look.
Drink as you think.
Oh, my wrists are not
But
playing.
my thing about that was, I don't know if you remember, but I'd said about the
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
That's a thimbleful.
Yeah, so the head's it's just the body. The head is half of the size of it, but the head is not
But also, let me show the camera.
for any drink.
That's. Oh no, it is quite wide.
It holds about 500ml, I reckon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roughly.
But it doesn't. Obviously, the cup is cup shaped inside, so it doesn't go into the legs and stuff like that.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. But still, that's pretty cool. And he was subdued about it, and he's a massive Stitch fan.
He's a massive Stitch fan, and I just thought, I'm going to do it.
When you gave it to him, did you say?
No, he was very excited about it.
Very excited.
He was very
so
pleased.
subdued when he saw it.
And you got a full drink with it as well, for an extra €1.
You can put the ears up.
So he got a we got a Coke Zero, but it came in a full half litre glass.
Oh, yeah.
So we filled it up with half of it, and then we shared the rest of it, which was pretty cool.
Yeah. And how much does it cost refills for the rest of the trip? Because he could have that round his neck for 4 days.
The refills, they don't do refills for it because they can't do refills in Paris, can they?
Oh no.
So it was more as a souvenir than anything else. The thing for me is, I saw these, and I don't know if you remember, I'd seen the one for Dante. It was one that was in the news before, and I was saying, I really fancy that. But in Disneyland Paris, you don't get stuff like this very much.
No.
And So I was really keen on it, and that's why I thought I'm going to get him it. Laura saw it and she said that is just plastic tat. And then later on, she was on the phone to her sister and she
Landfill.
said they bought this plastic tat, and Chris wants to get this other one, and it's just plastic tat. I don't know why he's bothering. And I said,
Laura.
I said I'm not going to bother getting it then. I won't bother. I'll just leave it. And she said, no, you should get it if you want to get it. Go and have a look at it and see what you think. And I'd seen a shirt that I fancied, a Big Thunder Mountain shirt that I fancied. So I was like, I'm either going to do one or the other. And that's why on the Wednesday, the second day, I went to have a bit of a wander in Frontierland, go and have a look at them, decide if I wanted them. Had a look at the Big Thunder Mountain shirt. It had a massive neck, and I just thought, I can't wear that. That's not going to work for me. Then I went into Casa de Coco and saw that cup, and I thought, it's a bit garish. I'm not going to bother. And I had a right funk on. I was just like, there's nothing I want. I've looked in all the shops, and the pins are awful at the moment.
Bad pin game.
Are they?
The 2025 ones are great, but honestly, there just aren't any.
No, they're not. It's ridiculous.
Trading
I just
Post
don't
was
know
shut.
what they're doing.
The Trading Post was shut. There weren't any pins anywhere, and the ones that were there were
Generic.
yeah, just rubbish. Ollie
This
bought
was me last time. I was fuming.
I'm going to do a whole video, so I will show all this stuff. I'll do it.
Cheryl
I'm going to
says,
do it Monday, Tuesday.
I love her realistic reports.
And so I was in a bit of a funk because there wasn't anything I wanted. And on the way back to Davy Crockett Ranch on the second day, we went into World of Disney and we went and found the Tangled cup that we wanted.
Yay.
Which is great. So that matches all of our sets. Unfortunately, they haven't done an extra one, so now we have 5 cups, which feels wrong. But it's a really nice cup. So we were very happy with that. Laura found a jumper that she wanted. The boys found bits and bats they wanted, and there was still nothing that I wanted at all. So on the last day, right at the end of the last day, Ollie was bawling his eyes out. I've really jumped over everything here, so there is loads of stuff to talk about.
Yeah,
amongst all
we'll
this,
go
but,
back. Yeah.
Ollie was bawling his eyes out, and I was with him, and Laura was with Lucas because he wanted to go on Pirates one more time, and Lucas wanted to go on Star Tours one more time as well. Which, by the way, we saw Star Tours in English twice.
Very good. Did you ask for?
No. It's all about getting on sea. It's all about the sea. If you get the sea, you've got it.
What? Letter C.
Letter C, boarding C.
group, yeah. Okay.
Boarding group C, then you get the English. And they were different both times as well. So yeah, we went on Pirates. Ollie's bawling his eyes out, and I said, "Come on, I'm going to go and have another look at that thing at Casa de Coco." And as I started walking, I pre-ordered it, so I bought that as well.
Yay!
So I got there.
I love a happy ending.
Look at it.
Oh no, that's
love
not too
that.
garish. I mean, it is garish, but like
That's great.
From a distance,
In a
it looks
great
really
way.
plastic. It's actually massively grown on me since.
Yeah.
And again, yeah, you sip out of the back of his neck. It's Dante, by the way, any of you listening, and it's really colourful. It's lovely. And
Now that unlike the Stitch one where it's a cup inside a body, this one does kind of follow the contours of
Yeah.
the body right down into the bum because it's not vertical.
it's got a larger capacity, hasn't it?
It's Dante in his kind of patchwork Day of the Dead form, as
Yeah.
Get a
opposed to
big
his
beer
real
in
thing.
there.
I was I completely forgot to do this, but in our back garden we've got a load of football training stuff, and I was going to bring a yellow cone and say I bought it and bring out an orange cone, but I forgot to do it. I'm a little bit gutted I didn't do that now.
Yeah, this is the cone that was in place of the statue for a long time. Just a plastic yellow cone.
Yes.
Which that was the third thing that we would send pictures
Yes.
of, like
Yes.
That's gone now.
It's weird how like we will take things that are completely rubbish and make them iconic. Like to us, not like to everybody, but like
That's what I did to you.
to us.
And speaking of iconic, when so one of the times we went to I went to Chateau de Marionette and got myself a hot dog thingy, a bratwurst currywurst, which was really good.
Yeah,
and at the same time, Laura went to Hakuna Matata and she got the Yassa chicken, which is gluten free, and that is delicious, by the way. Anyone who's gluten free, go get that. It's great, and you can have sweet potato fries with it as well. Really good. So we were sat in Hakuna Matata, and I forgot what I was going to say.
And you had no worries.
I had no worries. What was I going to say? There was something relevant.
I'm not sure because I was waiting to see how it was relevant. Ooh.
Lucas said, I really want a pineapple whip. Can I go and get one? So I said, well, here's the card. Go and see if they've got any at Café de la Bruce. So he disappeared off and he came back with one, really, really excited.
Yes.
It's in a waffle bowl these days,
Yes, it is. I
which
forgot
means
about
that
that.
Ollie couldn't have any of it. But then we don't know if it's gluten free anyway, so he didn't. But it has gone back to being ice cream with a sauce on it. So it wasn't Dole Whip anymore. It's not Dole. I think we knew this anyway, but it was just a bit disappointing to me.
Right.
Lucas absolutely loved it.
Personally, I prefer the ice cream with the sauce.
Yeah, I know you do. So I knew this would be a good thing for you. It wasn't a good thing for me because the Dole Whip that we got last time that wasn't officially Dole was brilliant. Was really good. So I was a bit disappointed by that. That's all I
Well,
was
there was
gonna
something
say.
on the
Keeping it real.
on the
Yeah.
Facebook group about that.
Yes. I think it was. Who's in the chat today? Louise, is it?
When we went with Cat and Brookie, you two went to get one, and they filled a 500 milliliter
Louise.
drinks cup, and they filled it all the way up with ice cream, didn't they? So you've got like half a litre.
We were
of ice.
feeling sick afterwards.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
Wasn't that a mango whip at the time?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, it was. And it was like, oh, that was it. Because it was like, it was ice cream, but it tasted like custard.
Yes.
It was so sickly, but in a good way. Yeah, Pip McAndrew said on the on our Facebook group, the Disneyland Paris Show, I finally got my first pineapple whip at DLP on Monday, but then saw this in the evening at a French McDonald's, and it was a McFlurry.
That looks really good.
Mango boba, so that's like a
Mango boba bar.
ice cream.
Yeah,
That does look really good.
But then I didn't try the mango though, as one. This is the bit that confused me. As one whip a day is definitely enough. not sure what you mean there,
This
Pip.
woman talks crazy.
I'm really sorry, but I don't think you can be part of this group anymore.
I never whip.
Do you not?
I never whip.
Oh,
I'm not a mango whip girl. I will go for something chocolate flavoured every time.
Also, just in case anyone wasn't listening last week, because Chris did hint at it, Ruthie posted a picture on the group which shows the difference between a macaroon, a macaron, and a macron, which
What
is
would we do?
the 25th president of France.
What would we do without our viewers, honestly, to
Yeah,
explain these
Ruthie
things
is
to
doing
us?
important work, as I
You know, macaroons derived from the same place as a macaron, though.
probably, but
Ruthie
Fine.
says you
They are
can
two
ask.
different things.
You can ask for it in a disposable
Yes.
cup so that it's safe for celiacs.
Yes. The issue that we had, Ruth, was that before we went, because Laura did a lot of research, before we went, the previous one was definitely okay, but they changed the recipe and they hadn't had confirmation back yet to say whether it was okay. And so without Laura going around there and looking at all the ingredients and stuff, I think it would have been a bit of a challenge. So just on that occasion, it wasn't worth it.
I sent back a milkshake today at a restaurant, and I never, ever send something back. And I had to ask, is there cream cheese in this? Because it tastes like cheese, and I don't think that's right. and what confirmed? And they said, well, we spoke to the kitchen, and they said everything's fresh. And I think they were giving me some BS because they made me a fresh one, and there was no hint of cheese. So the first one was off,
Oh, nice.
and they were lying about it.
Nice.
And they said we can put some extra syrup in it if that would help.
Yeah, and then I did insult to injury, and I went, oh, could you actually? Because also on top of it, it's not sweet either. It was a rubbish milkshake, the worst I've ever had.
Oh, dear.
TGI Fridays.
Whoa!
Hey,
Hashtag non-spawn.
fair
and,
review.
and the customer service was really good.
It
When
was.
he complained, we got an extra one. They took the original one off the bill.
I was very
It
nice. I was very
delicious.
nice and apologetic about
Yeah.
it. I'm not a douchebag.
Really good.
No one gets everything right all the time.
No.
It's how they deal with
And
it
I
when it
thanked-
goes wrong.
And I
that
thanked her and I said,
matters.
yes, it's much better, thank you. And I gave her a 11% tip.
Big spender.
Couple more Disney things to show, then I'd like to move on to Efteling if I can. In fact, I could
Yeah.
dedicate the last 10 minutes or so to Efteling. Does that sound like a plan?
We will be led by the nose.
I've enjoyed
Christopher.
this report, Chris.
I went into the storybook store and I bought some lucky winner. Just a map. It's just a map.
We've got this hung upstairs in a,
Yeah.
in a giant frame that you can get from IKEA, and it's you have to trim a little bit off the edges.
I just think it's good, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just a good thing. So yeah, there's a map there to put into the prize pool. I don't know if you want to take it to
Or
put
you
with your
could use
stuff.
it as a post. But do you know what? I think we should have two separate.
Well, let's do that.
Prize
Leave it here, then.
things.
Let's do that. We'll
Yeah.
do that. And then, I have two more things to show. One to show and one to give. The first one's to show. This came from Lightspeed, Lounge Lightspeed.
Yeah.
Because you got to keep your cups, which is nice. So we've
Yeah.
got two of these cups.
That's the
now.
one that I stole from Stark's Kitchen and what it's called, and apparently it's okay to take them. But I was
Yeah.
like, I'm going to take it
Well,
back
they
next time
told
we go.
us we went to take them back, and they said, no, you can keep those. It's a gift.
It's a similar one.
I have to say,
Yes.
the Lounge Lightspeed experience was absolutely brilliant.
Is
It
this
really
a
was.
teaser for next week?
I don't know. I feel like I should just talk about it. There's
Yeah,
not
just
huge.
talk
It's not a
about
huge
it.
thing to talk about.
Okay.
Yes, you have to buy a drink. to be able to do it. But basically, it opens at 12 o'clock. If they've got room up there, then they'll let you up. They have someone at the bottom of the ramp to say if they've got space, and they'll radio you up. And when you go up, you choose what drink you want, and you sit down, and you can stay there. Well, I think as long as you want to. So the drinks, yes, I think it's €15 if you're having like a Coke, and it's 22 if you're having the cocktail. So we bought 2 cocktails and we bought 2 Cokes, and they catered for gluten-free. So they had gluten-free biscuits for Laura and for Ollie, which was great.
So it cost you €74
Cost us €74 as a family.
Okay.
And we got 2 meet and greets out of that. Now you can't do that anywhere else. You know, if you want to have a meet and greet at Plaza Gardens, you have to pay for that, and you have to pay for your breakfast. You're talking, I can't even remember, was it €65 per head? More than that. If you're going to go to Inventions, as it was, I can't remember what it's called now, Royal Banquet,
yeah.
Then you're paying well over €100 per person.
True.
And we got good time with a droid, which was cool, called Orange.
Good time with a droid.
Good time with the droid. It was great.
Sounds like a video I once saw.
So there was a guy there who was training the droid, and then there was a guy who was taking information on his tablet throughout the whole situation. But the guy who was talking to us was great. He liked my socks, which I can't fault him on. I do have some nice socks. And
what socks were they?
They might have been these ones. They're oddballs, fancy oddball socks. I've got some wacky socks at the moment.
I've got Kermit on today.
I mean, we must have had a good 10 or 15 minutes. We played rock paper scissors with the droid, which was cool. And we were just about to leave.
What droid?
It was called Orange. It was a little one of those little frog leg, like a chicken leg type.
They
little
look
droid.
like
The
legs are like batteries not included, aren't they?
Yeah,
The bigger.
yes.
Yeah.
Little chicken walker legs.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were just about to leave. In fact, I got my bag on and I was walking out, and Laura went, "Chris, you might want to sit down." And I looked up, and Chewbacca was walking towards us.
Chewie!
So we went and sat down, and Chewie did what they do in any of the meet and greet meals. He went round table by table, spent time with them. He liked me because I had a beard. And congratulated me on it and gave me a high five. We had massive big, what are they called? What's Chewbacca? The thing's gone. A Wookiee. We had great big Wookiee hugs, and it was just brilliant. And I feel, honestly and truthfully, feel like I got value for money out of it.
That
I really
sounds
do.
good. What I've learned here is that you're a sucker for a compliment.
Oh yeah.
Someone likes your beard or your socks, and your anyone's.
It's a good day.
That sounds really good, and the way you've rationalised it with the meet and greets and so on,
because
it's like you've really sold
up to
it.
that point, I was thinking €15 for a Coke.
Yeah.
I know, and we said that when it came out. We said that exactly.
Didn't you get like a little biscuit with it?
Oh yes, so you get 2 biscuits. You can choose between sweet or salty. The salty ones are basically cheese puffs.
Yeah.
Cheese puffs. And what we did was we took 2 of each. So me and Lucas had a sweet, because you get 2 biscuits. 2 packs of 2 biscuits, sorry. So you get 4 biscuits.
Okay.
I know, but Laura got 2 packs of 3 biscuits.
Question.
So you got 2 packs of 3 biscuits.
Laura and Ollie got 2 packs of 3 biscuits, so they got a load to share as well. There was lots of biscuits. What I'm saying is there were a number of biscuits.
10 biscuits.
They give you
10 biscuits, right? Yeah, 10 biscuits.
They give you a coaster that's branded like this. They give you a boarding pass as well. So you get a few little things to take away. I haven't brought the boarding pass to show you, but
so it's
you
just
get a few
about
little
worth
bits.
it.
I think just about.
And how's the space? Because it's on the roof, isn't it?
How's the space? I've got a couple of pictures, so I'll share them. The tableau where they do the droid meets is really good. It's all themed and nice. The bar's quite cool. The rest of it is just a veranda. It's just a balcony. I got a picture over the edge, actually. It's not a very good picture, but just you don't get to stand up there very often. So I just thought I'll have a bit of a look and see what there is. Yeah. So you can look down onto the back end of Discovery Land, which is not particularly photogenic, and have a bit of a look at what's going on there. We did see at other times when we were about stormtroopers going up there. Sorry, First Order troopers going up there. So there were other Star Wars type meet and greets going on as well. So it seems like they rotate a lot of stuff. I reckon if we stayed a little bit longer, we might have got a third one. You never know.
Can you see it only being seasonal? Do you not think it won't work in the winter?
I don't think it'll work in the winter how it is. I guess, do you think they're trying to maybe get in on a little bit on what they've got in Batuu, potentially, because it feels like there's a bit of a gap. But for me, it's something that they could do to bring in into a space somewhere. It'd be great if they had it, but they could maybe take it underneath where they do the meet and greets for the Mandalorian next to Philomagic. They could possibly put something there in the colder months. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like
Maybe.
it. I hope
Yeah.
it's there in October. I think that we would go on that based on your review.
This one's this is where is it? This is my first gift for you, and it's a bit of a throwaway gift.
Okay.
Properly throwaway gift.
Okay.
Because I know how much you like this place. I saved you this.
Oh, yes. Do you know what? We should get... I'm starting to get a little bit of a collection of beer mats. This is a Royal Pub, listeners, beer mats. And do you know what? I like it. It's very simple and classy.
It's like Thornbridge beer.
Again, it's got flourishes and a crown and it says the Royal Pub in a circle. It's nice, is that?
I think we're only 6 minutes away from the end, and I know that
One-sided.
you've got other things down there
Yes.
you want to talk about. Can you put Royal Pub on the docket for next week?
Yes, let's talk about Royal
It's
Pub
on the
next week.
docket.
It's
Cross
on-
off Start... Is it called Star Speed Lounge?
Yes. No,
Lightspeed,
Lightspeed
Lightspeed.
Lounge. Lounge Lightspeed.
Yeah.
Lounge
It's a
Light
Lounge
Speed.
Lightspeed.
Well, because it's French, they say things backwards, don't they?
Efteling then.
Yes.
Yeah?
This is going to have to be a whistle stop, isn't it?
Well, don't do your whole Efteling report now, but you're just wanting to get rid of whatever you've got down there, so just talk about what you've got down there.
Well, I just bought you some gifts from Efteling.
Okay.
I thought, I want to bring you something back. And I was looking around Disney. I thought, they come here all the time. I'm going to wait and get something from Efteling.
Yay!
Yeah. So the thing about Efteling is, it is superbly themed, really well themed. I thoroughly enjoyed my time there. I think it's a one-day park. I will say that.
Right.
I think
Good.
It's somewhere that if it was in the UK, I would probably we'd go there every year. I have no doubt about that. It's good. Laura said it was like if someone cared about Alton Towers.
Is it? Can I just ask? Because people have mentioned that there's like a section that's like a fairy village, and that takes 2
Yeah.
to 4 hours, but it's like a bit separate.
We did it in 45 minutes.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it's lots of different settings of different fairy tales. If you're going to go and watch every single bit of every show, then yes, you could be there for ages.
Okay.
And you can bimble round and you could spend a hell of a lot of time there. In fact, not just in there, the whole place is like a park. So there are bits where there's nothing going on. There's a ride called Piranha that's like a water ride, and round the outside of that, you just feel like you're walking through some parkland. And all the trees and stuff is beautiful. It's really, really good. They do the dark rides superbly well. There's one called Fata Morgana, which is a bit like Pirates of the Caribbean, but without any drops. And it's all telling the Arabian Nights type stories, which is quite cool. We went on that 3 times, I think, me and Ollie. Symbolica's their main ride. That's the same kind of engine as Ratatouille in terms of the ride vehicles. But there's a bit more to it than that, and there's a really good ride called in English called Dream Flight. It's called Droomvlucht or something like that, and that's really cool as well. There is a ride called Carnival, which is definitely a Small World rip-off and is a little bit near the knuckle in terms of racism, I would say, particularly in the whole Japanese-Chinese section.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Whitney in the chat saying Efteling is amazing, but their animatronics are so not cute.
Yes, I'd agree with that. Fata Morgana, they're a little bit much, and some of them just look like mannequins that have been stuck on an arm that move forwards and backwards.
Okay. Okay.
But the fairy one is great though. What they do incredibly well is smells. Ooh. So there's a bit in Dream Flight where you go through this meadow and it just smells like fresh flowers. It's absolutely brilliant. But speaking of which, this is the thing I brought.
You brought us fresh flowers?
No. So Piranha is a water ride, and Piranha, the look and feel of that is all very much tiki. And I bought this because I read the back of it and I thought, this is the official smell of the show. It literally is. It says, wonderful Efteling room spray that you can create an enchanting atmosphere to every room. Experience the splashy fresh scent of Piranha. A cascade of coconut and pineapple.
Oh, yeah.
A few sprays will do for a wonderful scent. I would say one spray if
No,
you're
the
going to do
thing
it.
is,
Could you
we've
wear
got
it
a
on
lot of electronics around. Where can I spray
I'd
this?
just
So we
spray it,
can
it'll be
test
fine.
Spray it on
That'll be fine.
my shirt.
Maybe from a distance.
Oh. Do
I'd
I
just
have
spray
to
it
twist
upwards if I were you. Just spray it up, it'll be fine.
Spray it on my...
There.
There we go.
It's very strong
Oh.
to start off with. Give it a minute.
Oh, I like that.
Give it a minute.
Yeah, and then the coconut comes through.
Straight away, yeah.
Citrus
Oh, yeah.
notes.
So we've decided that's the scent of our top floor in our house now.
I've got a spray in the bathroom. It's like a fruity one. I've just it's in my mouth now. And,
Sorry.
but
I did say
sometimes,
spray up.
sometimes I just grab it and I'll just spray it on my clothes. It's a room spray, but yeah, it's just Just a fragrant water, isn't it?
See, that's when we were scummy students. We had a
look at
housemate
this?
who used to use air freshener as
the bottle?
deodorant.
Yeah.
So the other things that I bought then. So anyway, it was a really, really good day. I'm quite happy to talk in more detail about it because I think I can do some comparisons and stuff, and certainly the food side of things. Food is something we definitely ought to talk about at some point. So anyway, I bought some gifts. The first one is for Bonnie, and I'm sorry it's a bit boring, Bonnie, but it's a Dance Macabre. It's some biscuits. It's a little tin of biscuits.
Ah,
Like skull biscuits.
that's
Dance
a nice
Macabre
tin.
is Dance Macabre is the kind of ghost, like it's the Phantom Manor of the place,
Yeah.
but it's not. There's a bit more to it than that.
Okay.
For Lucy, I
That's me.
I know you like writing and stuff, and I thought I'd get you a pen and a book.
Oh,
you're always
very
writing
good.
stuff.
I am. I always have a notebook on the go. That is gorgeous. That's a lovely. Do you know? It reminds me of Moleskin, but then it's got like a relief.
The pen's really cool, isn't it?
Moleskin,
You might wanna get Bonnie the
the
pen.
brand, not
brand.
not the skin of a mole.
Yeah. But then it's got like an embossed kind of mushroom made up of little creatures.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And then I've got a mushroom pen.
It spins.
Lucy, it is debossed.
Oh, it's
Debossed.
debossed.
It goes in as opposed to
Just you to know.
And then for Hugh, I kind of feel apologetic to Hugh already. Finding stuff that. The thing is, the stuff there was really hard. When I went into the
not a
shop
t-shirt
at
that just
Piranha,
says-
I got really, really
It's just a
excited.
t-shirt that says "I'm a jerk" on it.
I got really excited in the Piranha shop because it was all tiki stuff. But the tiki cups they had were literally these tiki cups.
Oh,
they're sort of
really?
the-
So I was just
the
like, oh,
generic ones.
bit too generic. Probably be ones you've already got. And then in the shop, one of the last things I saw was this, and I'm giving it like this because I apologise, it is in Dutch, so you're not going to be able to read it.
Interesting.
But the style of it looked somehow familiar to me, and I thought of you immediately.
Ooh. It's by Willy van der Steen, and it's Suske en Wisk.
It's looks a bit like a
Looks
Tintin.
like Tintin, doesn't it?
Tintin
Yeah, it's,
graphic novel.
A Belgian style comic.
In Dutch. And it's all about Fata Morgana.
This is great.
I thought it was quite cool. You might need to hold your phone over it to translate for you as you go, but
What a good way to learn Dutch, though.
yeah.
This is cool, man. I love it. That's going to go right in my toilet library. That's an honour. That's an honour. Trust me. Some good stuff in there.
Something quite interesting, at the end of the night, they do a water show there, but they do it 3 times, which means you don't necessarily need to be there for the last one, so you can be there whenever you want. And
You don't have to scrum.
yeah, but when it's not dark, it's definitely lacking something. So we saw the start of the first one, then we came back and watched the last one. That was really cool. They've got a massive new hotel about to open. We watched a vlog on it yesterday, and that looks really cool. But it's also relatively inexpensive. You can go to Efteling. Yeah, you can go to Efteling for 3 days for comfortably like 600 to 700 quid, I reckon, for our family.
Wow.
Depending on where you stay. And you could spend more than a day there. You absolutely could. And we didn't go on a lot of the thrill rides, but I just don't think there's more than a day's worth of entertainment there. I don't think that's what I would say. Although if you're going to spend enough time in the fairy tale bit, then maybe. There is a donkey that poos coins.
Do you know, Wits Wanderlust has just said, my kids were very amused by the donkey that pooped out gold coins in the fairy tale forest.
I remember you talking about that before, I think, Whitney. Someone's spoken about that before.
Well, Ollie was very excited to see it. You put 50 cents in and it poos out plastic coins.
Wow.
So we've got some little plastic coins that we brought home with us.
That's a very
that came out of a donkey's
Good
bottom.
way for them to get your money, isn't it?
Yeah.
John
Yeah.
has just said we are on time now. We are like slightly past our hour
Yeah.
mark. But John has said, did you see the new fireworks show at DLP, Chris?
Oh man. Okay. So yes, we did, and it is really good. However, because everything is now projected at Main Street,
Yeah.
it's busier. Everywhere is busier than it was last time we were there. It's absolute chaos. It's not a nice place to be. The good thing is that with the drones there, there's stuff to see for smaller people like Ollie. You can actually see something, but Ollie just didn't enjoy it at all because he couldn't see anything. You know, it's the same old fighting for position and all that sort of stuff.
It's
and
late
just
as well.
a bit much, and it's late.
So they're already grumpy, aren't they?
Yeah, I
This
think-
is my beef.
I'm so glad that we saw it. Laura's glad she saw it because she didn't watch the previous one. I think it's better than the last one because it doesn't have Pirates of the Caribbean in it and Star Wars in it, and it's got a lot of really cool stuff going on. There's some nice bits from Toy Story in there. There's some nice bits from Encanto in there, and it works really, really well. There's a bit when it starts snowing down Main Street as well, and so there's some nice touches. And I really thoroughly enjoyed it, but I wouldn't watch it again unless I'd paid for priority. One thing that is interesting though is the queues for the people sitting around for that started really early. So once you get to 8 o'clock, in fact, all 3 days, bearing in mind it's the summer and it's busy, all 3 nights, when you got to 8:30, nowhere was busy. You could get on all the rides pretty much anywhere. And at the moment, they're doing the parade at 11:30 instead of doing it in the afternoon at 5:30. So what's happening is all your day trippers are coming in and going straight to watch the parade. So all you people who've gone there on your early magic hours are lulled into a false sense of security because you're around the park going on rides and there's no big queues and it feels like it's empty. Suddenly 12:15 hits and there's just people everywhere. But you get this extra bit of time because I guess the ropes are already coming out when they come in at 10 o'clock. So people are already going, let's watch the parade. It's great. Really good.
Was it warm?
It was warm. We got soaked on the last day on the way in, but it was warm the majority of the time. Yeah, we were in shorts the whole time, shorts and t-shirts pretty much constantly.
Nice.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
Yay!
What else? Any other questions before I disappear?
I think save it because you're going to have 2 weeks now where it's just the two of you and you can get the chat done then.
I've done a day by day list, so I can literally tell you what I've done day by day if we want to.
That's good.
It'd be good to talk to you about the places we stayed as well because we stayed at a number of places.
And the Royal Pub.
The Royal
And we'll
Pub.
definitely talk about the Royal Pub. I'd like to talk about the restaurant at Efteling as well. Is there anything else? I'm sure there's other things. Yeah,
I've found this very entertaining, Chris.
Cool.
I have.
We stayed at 5 different places on our trip. 5.
What?
I know. We were only gone for 10 days.
Okay, I'm gonna call it there, guys.
Yeah, call it.
So thank you very much for that trip report, Chris. I'm a bit gutted I'm gonna miss the next one. I won't even finish rehearsing until 9 p.m, so I won't even be able to log on at 8:30.
Oh, you can listen to it.
I know, I can listen to it the day after.
Yeah, but Lucy will
of my
do a
breakfast.
thing like when I see my mates, she goes, "Oh, so how is he? Like, is his dad feeling better? Like, what's happened about that thing with his job? And how's his wife?" And I just go, "I don't know, we didn't talk about that stuff." So next week, me and Chris are just going to goof off, and then you're going to say, "So did you?
What was the Royal Pub like?"
So did you ask him about the travel? Did you ask him about any of these things?" I just go, "I don't know. We just had a laugh."
Very briefly, because I've just begun to end the show, but I was working away again when it was time to go and visit high schools for Bonnie. So Hugh went to 2 high schools with her on the looking around, and then I came back and tried to get information, but this is the information I got. I played the drums in the music room, and the music teacher was really impressed.
He came over.
He went, "You're dramatic."
Yeah, he came back. So you're a drummer, I take it. And I said, "No, this is literally the first time I've ever gone on a drum kit."
And then I went, yeah.
And that's how good I must be.
And then I went, yeah, that's great. What do they do about the GCSEs? Are they able to set
Right.
these
I
things?
don't know.
What do they do that? And what class?
No.
What are the class sizes
wasn't-
like? And I was asking like important questions. And I'm like, I don't know. Music teacher was really impressed.
Did you go tell your pigeon detective
You're
friend?
making me sound useless. I was picking up on like vibes. So I didn't go in there like with any of those questions because I didn't. Because like Lucy was saying, well, how much homework do they get? And to be honest, it's like, well, they're going to get some. Do we need to know like in minutes? They're just going to have homework. Like how much homework they're going to get? Just some.
Too much.
Yeah.
Right. It's all turned out fine anyway. We've got a lovely school that Bonnie's going to in like 5 weeks.
And to my credit, I sorted out a lot of that stuff because there was a lot of stuff we needed
He
to know
did.
to get into that school, and I fixed all that. So
He did.
John just
came into
asked.
my own.
John just asked, is there an EMT tonight? There isn't going to be an EMT, and it's entirely my fault, John, because we're back at work tomorrow, so I need to have an early night. But next week we might do one. We could do one, couldn't we? Do one next week. Yeah.
I'm going to edit some of my video
Yay.
tonight.
I've got vlogs to come as well, so I'll be cracking on with those next
Oh,
week.
if you get a vlog out before me, I'm going to be furious.
I'm going to do a whole video.
Lucy's trying to end the show. Look at her.
Do it. Go on, finish it.
So thank you very much, guys. I've
you
been
ready, Bob?
Lucy. These have been the boys. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Au revoir.
C'est tout. Bye.